Now, as you fly along on an IFR flight using VORs, you'll have to change VOR frequencies from time to time. You'll quit using the VOR that you're flying away from and tune in the VOR you're flying towards. Most often, the reason you change the VOR you're using is that you're beginning to question the reliability of the signal of the VOR you have been using. But you'll want to know that there are official times when you're supposed to make that change. What you want to do is look for one of the following on the airway that you're flying. And first, you look for a bend in the airway. And here's Victor 520 with a bend. At the bend, you change from navigating from battleground VOR to navigating to Klickitat Vortac LTJ. On Victor 520, it's 32 miles from battleground to this bend in the airway. And at that bend, to continue on Victor 520, you change to the Klickitat Vortac, and its frequency is shown here because it's just off the east edge of the chart. So anytime there's a bend in an airway, that's going to be your changeover point. Now, if there's no bend in the airway, the second way to find a changeover point is to look for this funny-looking little backward Z across the airway. It will have mileages on it telling you how many miles you are from each VOR. Changeover points are indicated this way when terrain or some issue with NavAid reception requires a changeover at some point other than halfway between the VORs. And sure enough, you've got that changeover symbol on Victor 495 here. That means the changeover point is 20 nautical miles north of battleground. The tab pointed towards the VOR to the north, which you can't see, but it's Seattle, has the number 82 on it, meaning the changeover point is 82 miles south, nautical miles south of Seattle. If you do not have DME, you just have to estimate when you reach that changeover point based on your ground speed. But the important thing to know is that when this symbol shows up on the airway, that will be the changeover point. Now, if the airway does not have a bend and there's no changeover symbol, the changeover point then will be the halfway point in miles on the airway. When you're halfway between the two VORs, you quit navigating on the one behind you and you tune in the one in front of you and start navigating to it instead. So all you have to do then is look for the total mileage on the airway. And take a look here at Victor 20 off of the Beaumont Vortac. It goes to the southwest down to Hobby Vortac, which is off the page of this chart excerpt from the low altitude chart. And right here along the airway is the box that has the total distance between Beaumont and Hobby. It's 68 nautical miles between them, and here along the airway is the box that has the total distance between Beaumont and Hobby. It's 68 nautical miles between them, and so divide that in half, and the halfway point would be 34 nautical miles. Your changeover point is 34 miles west of Beaumont or 34 miles east of Hobby VOR. If you do not have DME, you use your super pilot powers and change over when you estimate that you're at that halfway point, or when you begin to have questions about the reliability of the signal from the VOR you're using. So let's summarize how you determine the changeover point. Number one, if there's a bend in the airway, that's the changeover point. Number two, if there's no bend, but there's a funny looking little Z-like thing across the airway, that's the changeover point. And number three, if you don't have either one of those, the changeover point will be at the halfway point.